I'm sitting in a Greek Orthodox church parking lot recording this, so the lighting's bad. um, so I don't know where to start exactly. So a couple days ago, we had concerns, mostly myself and Justin's mom, regarding him having some chest pain. Just, we weren't really getting any answers on what was going on exactly. So we were getting irritated. There was no communication happening, it seems. No one was calling us with information when they were supposed to, when we're not there. So they put together a meeting yesterday with oncology, palliative care for his pain management, and then GI as well. And they were saying that they were concerned with his progress because what they had, I don't want to go into too much explicit detail, but for his, it's his business. But what they had going on was working, but it wasn't working as quickly as we needed to be able to get to chemo. And then they, of course, they give us worst case scenario with everything. Like hospice was mentioned, and we're like, can you give us a chance? Like, this is just not making any sense. Like, this was not discussed a week ago, 3 days ago. So us bringing everything to your attention, which should have clearly been brought to our attention, wasn't happening. Anyways, fast forward. They decide that they think the best bet would be to go in and actually give him an ostomy bag, which, in my opinion, should have been done a month ago. But that's neither here nor there. We can't change time. So they go over everything. It's extremely complicated given that he had a surgery. They went through the same exact incision. There was a lot of scar tissue. There was an abscess the entire length of his incision, about this wide, all the way down. They got about 2 liters of liquid, pus, whatever. Sorry if that's graphic. They got that out, they sectioned that out, they cleaned him out, and then there was also a twist in his small intestine. So he had a colectomy, so he doesn't have a colon. So essentially they attached his ileum, which is the end of his small intestine, to the rectum. So there was a twist in the small intestine, which was explaining, along with the abscess and the leak, why he was in such severe pain. So they took care of that. They cleaned him out, but because there was so much in there and then so much scar tissue and everything, they left him open. So he's open. They did not close him back up. They left him open. They did not give him the bag. They are keeping him sedated until they go back in. So either tomorrow or Saturday morning, where they will go in, they will clean him out one more time and then give him the bag. So he is in surgery ICU currently, and seeing him like that is breaking my heart, not because he was sedated, but because they have him restrained. He's not comatose. Like, they don't have him in a medically induced coma. They have him sedated, and they're still figuring out the sedation recipe, I guess you could say, to which would be best for him. So his arms are tied down just in case, so he doesn't touch anything. He doesn't try to yank out his breathing tube, which he did try to do when I was in the room. He was trying to talk. He's got a breathing tube because he's intubated, and he's got an open wound on his stomach, so they have a wound back over that, so it's obviously keeps it sterile, whatever, suctioning out anything. But seeing him like that broke my heart, because I know how I don't know. I can imagine how panicked I would be if I woke up from surgery, intubated, with my arms restrained. And just, that broke my heart. I'm praying he does not remember this after his surgery, because that was the worst, and I just felt horrible leaving him like that. And he's trying to talk to me, and I've cried so much. But that was the worst, because he's in a panic and he can't speak. So the goal is to go back in, give him the bag, and then he's good to go. Obviously, he would still be monitored for a couple days, but to come home and get him on foods and get going towards the right direction. So that's the update I have for today. It's been a really heavy day. So I'm gonna grab some pizza for my mom and myself and pray that he's getting rest.